Can vaginismus affect your relationship with your partner? That is a very loaded question. And vaginismus, like most of the other problems that I treat, is a private problem. It's an intimate problem. It is a problem that is usually a secret. People with vaginismus don't often realize how common that problem is, right? Every patient that I treat feels like they're not normal. Every patient that I treat feels like they're somehow failing or their body is failing them, right? They somehow feel like everyone seems to figure out sex, like, and here I am, a very smart, very overachieving, very accomplished individual, and why can't I figure this out? They're almost angry at their bodies. So yes, it affects relationship with yourself. Like, we'll talk about relationship with your partner, but something that intimate kind of messes with you in a way that your relationship with your own body starts to have friction, because you're kind of mad, you're kind of sad, and you're kind of feeling very alone, right? So if you're struggling with this, I want you to know it's a very common problem and it's a very treatable problem, right? Worldwide, 1 out of 5 women have pain with sex. 1 out of 5, right? So if you have 5 girlfriends, 1 out of those 5 has this problem. This problem is more common if you're religious or you were raised in a conservative family, right? 2 times more likely. This problem is very common in South Asian women. So I'm from India, and while 1 out of 5 means 20%, for Indian women, the incidence of vaginismus is 64%. That is very high. And the factors are more cultural, more religious as to how we talk about sex and how we think about the purity culture. And that's outside the scope of this. But I share that to tell you that it is that common. And then the next question is, if it's that common, why haven't I heard about it? Right? Because it's hard to talk about. Would you tell a random person you have pain with sex? No. So why do you think your friends are going to tell you? We don't text our friends, yo, my vagina's broken. Like, it's not socially acceptable, right? That's what makes people feel alone. And then that makes this challenge harder because we don't have information. We don't have the words to understand or describe this problem to ourselves. So then that makes it even harder to talk about this with our partner. Not everyone is fortunate enough to be in a relationship that is safe. Not everyone has a partner that is wanting to work with them or is creating a safe space and is creating a relationship which is intimate in many ways. So depending on what is your comfort level, that's an additional barrier, right? So can vaginismus strain a relationship? It If it is straining your relationship, it requires taking a step back and understanding where is this stress coming from, and recognize it. Is it truly the lack of penetrative sex, or is lack of penetrative sex making some of the underlying problems just more visible? Either way, the answer is in individual therapy to figure this out for yourself, followed by relationship counseling, followed by sex therapy.